Hold on. Vampers, if you want, we can stop this whole show to talk about whatever it is that you got going on. You know that. You know that. The sound and picture is good over here on the stacks, though. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I see Taz J walked up in here. Good morning, sis. Good morning. Hey, Taz, I'm so gonna need to talk to you here in a little bit because if you only knew. Whoa, if you only knew. I'm over it. I'm pretty much over all of it. I so am. I am so over it. Far too much going on, far too fast. Only knew for far. Whoa, if you only knew. You know what I mean? It's not even conducive of anything anymore. This is why I said America is the evil empire. America is the evil empire. America is the evil empire. And we've always been the evil empire. There has never been a moment in world history where America has been the good guys. Sorry. I know it's going to hurt some people's feelings, but let's just be honest. America has never been the good guys. They have never been the good guys. We got the president we deserved. Not the one we needed. We got the president we deserved. We got the president we deserve. Now, why do I say that? Because if people spent as much time bettering not only themselves but their families, their communities, and things like that, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in. But instead, America always takes the path of least resistance. Hunter with the $1.49 super chat. Thank you, Hunter. I appreciate that. America will take the path of least resistance because it's easier. We don't do hard things anymore. We will find a shortcut and be done with it. JFK said, "We choose to go to the moon not because it is easy, but because it is hard." America doesn't think like that anymore. It doesn't. In fact, if you really want to be honest about it, I think they stopped thinking like that after Kennedy said it. I think they stopped thinking like that after Kennedy said it. I do. I don't see there is no moment where America morning tea time with T's in the building. There is no moment where America will make the right decision because it is the right decision to be made. If there ain't a dollar or some sort of benefit to America in it, we ain't gonna do it. Sorry, we're not gonna do it. Never. Let me say this again. We're never going to do that. The right thing will always take a back seat to the easy thing and the thing that is most profitable. I say that not because I hate America. I'm sorry. I gave enough of my body and mind to this bitch that I'm able to critique it any goddamn time I want to. So kiss all of my ass if you think I'm supposed to. But it's true. America will do the most convenient thing for themselves rather than doing the most, I don't know, rewarding, the most beneficial for the collective rather than the individual. And the sad part about it is we force the rest of the world to fall in line with that mentality. We do. We do. And what is it that our elected leaders are doing to stop that? Chuck Schumer, seeing the chaos that Orange Oompa Loompa Cheeto Man has wrought on the world, sends a strongly worded letter. Oh my God! Bruh, you should have just farted on the paper, put it in an envelope, and snail mailed it with your dumb ass. There are real conversations that need to be had in the United States that we're not having because, let me take that back. We're having the illusion of those conversations, but not the true and honest parts of those conversations. Oh shit, it's tea time with T's birthday. Uh-oh, you know what that means. Miss T, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, Miss T. Happy birthday, Miss T. Happy birthday, Miss T, from Thomas the Villain Bishop, the Sound of Coffee, and everyone here at Ghost Claw Productions Radio. May your year, your day, may your everything be as sweet of a human being as you are. Thank you for being here. This T out here just making everybody smarter. I'm telling you, every day, this T makes everybody smarter. Right? There are some deep conversations that need to be had, but we're not having them. We're not having them. Why are we not having them? Who knows? There is a real conversation to be had about women's health and women's safety. A real conversation to be had about women's health and women's safety. But instead, we're looking for boogeymen. We are looking for boogeymen rather than getting to the root cause of why these things happen. What are we teaching our sons about respecting women? What are we teaching our girls or our daughters about what is it that, constitutes respect in the first place? No, we're looking for boogeymen. We're still looking for boogeymen. Women are not having conversations amongst themselves about true women solidarity. What true new wave feminism should look like. Why? Because we're too busy looking for boogeymen. It's that man. There is a deeper conversation to be had because a lot of the women that scream about the men that do shit are some of the same women that other women don't talk to. They don't trust them. They don't want to be in fellowship with them. They don't want to talk to them. They don't want to fight the system together because they don't trust their asses. We can talk all day about sexual assault and harassment and things of that nature. But when you have some women who are 100% on the side of men, then what the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to? Who is it that's going to listen to you? You out here looking for boogeymen instead of literally saying to yourself, all right, so we know this is going on. We know this is going on. What we need to do is to start looking at the root causes of these things. Because a lot of the women that are running around here looking for boogeymen are the same women that will be raising boogeymen in their own goddamn house. I watched an interview with Tarana Burke. I think she was on Van Latham's show. And I watched when she said, at no time did she say, believe all women. She said, believe survivors. And that struck me. That really, 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 really struck me in my chest. Because to her, and for those of you who don't know who Tarana Burke is, she is the creator of the Me Too movement. She said, believe survivors. And somehow, it's let's find the boogeyman. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, two things can be true at the exact same time. Harvey Weinstein can be one of the nastiest human beings ever to walk the face of the earth, and a bunch of white women can also be raising the next Harvey Weinstein. I said exactly what I said, and I ain't taking it back. You know why men don't we literally will die having heart attacks and ulcers and cancer and shit? Because we have never redefined or defined what masculinity is. This is gonna sound whatever. But as a man, I gotta say it. Okay? As a man, I gotta say it. Men don't deal with our emotions, and we then inflict our lack of being able to deal with our emotions on the people that we love the most. Our women, our other, whether you're in a gay relationship, your man, your kids, your coworkers, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sisters, people that genuinely care about you. We don't heal from our trauma. We walk around with it. Yesterday was my 18th wedding anniversary to a woman who I genuinely, without question, love with everything in me. I love that woman. Please understand. I love my wife's dirty draws. I so do. But do y'all know what I did after the show was over with? I was sitting there playing Everlasting Love by Rufus featuring Shaka Khan, and I was just crying. It was on a loop. I sat here in this chair in front of this microphone with no cameras on, crying for 45 minutes because there was a part of me that never believed I deserved love. I'm being dead ass right now, kids. Here's some open and honesty that I think a lot of Americans don't give enough grace for, and a lot of men damn sure don't say. I didn't think I deserved love. I didn't think I deserved to be loved the way I am with her. I didn't think I deserved it. And all I did yesterday for 45 minutes was just cry about how much that woman genuinely gives a shit about me. Just saying something. Men operate off of one, maybe two emotions, period. The birth of my sons, and my daughter for that matter. I'm not even going to try to front. All of my kids. I cried. I cried like a mother mucker. You know what I mean? I cried like genuinely deep tears at the birth of my children. Men don't talk about these things. I'm going someplace with this, so please hold on. Kick me out. Kimberly, who kicked you out? We can kick you out. You're welcome here. We have this rugged stoicism from the men in this country that leads to premature death. It leads to domestic violence. It leads to drinking problems and gambling problems and sex problems and drug problems. It leads to that. And we don't talk about it. For what? I remember somebody saying, exactly, thank you, Jess, huge suicide rates. I don't even understand that. It leads to huge suicide rates. High ass suicide rates. We try to tell ourselves that it's because we have to be real men. And nobody's ever really been able to tell you what the hell that means. Nobody's ever been able to tell you what that means. What the hell does that even mean? Be a real man. Anybody ever sat down and wrote the rule book on that? No, because there isn't one. Nobody knows what even the hell that even means. Depression, anxiety, disconnect from our loved ones, disconnect from our friends, disconnect from the communities around us, disconnect at work, disconnect at church, disconnect at the mosque, disconnect at the synagogue, disconnect at the VFW, disconnect at the American Legion, disconnect at the VA, and guess what? Inevitably, it leads to disconnect with this world. Our children that we swear up and down are the future, that we swear up and down we want to protect, that we swear up and down mean the most to us, they're cannon fodder. This is America. Listen, everything I'm telling you is reflected in the country that we live in. So please keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Everything I am telling you is a reflection of the country that we lived in, or is reflected in the country that we live in, and therefore it is a reflection of us. So please keep that in mind. We don't give a shit about our kids. We don't. We never have. You understand? We had to make child labor laws because we was putting kids in coal mines. We were putting kids in steel mills. We were putting kids in rock quarries and shit like that. So America really has never given a shit about its kids. All those frontier people who have 11 kids, out of those 11 kids, 5 would live. 2 would live. And the reason, why do they have them? So that those kids could go out and work the fields. That's why the idea of pleasurable sex did not become a thing until like the 60s. Because before it was just, I'm going to get on top of you, hit you with this 4-pump and a grind, skeet, skeet, a baby's going to come out, and by the time that child learns how to walk, he's going to walk his stupid ass out to them goddamn fields and help me with this corn. There's no pleasure. Pleasure? What the hell is that shit? We don't care about our kids. We don't want them educated. We don't want our kids to learn to be better than us. You bet not. You bet not. What is all this book learning and shit that you're doing? You better not be smarter than me. You better not be smarter than I was. You better not be, you better not see where I failed and it take up the mantle and go further than I've ever been. You bet not. How many kids are sitting in frontier places in holes in the ground, dying from dying at childbirth, dying at 2 years old, dying at 3 years old, tuberculosis, measles, mumps, chickenpox, shit that we didn't have any damn immunizations for back in the old days. We give a damn about our kids. If we gave a shit about our kids, we would have taught them life skills rather than teaching them about Shakespeare. If we gave a shit about our kids, we would have taught our kids the true and honest, ugly history of America so that they can learn and not teach them pablum bullshit about our greatness. We don't give a shit about them kids. We don't give a shit about them kids. Taz even said it over in the Substack chat. They went from buying slaves to making their own. You give a shit about them kids. We had our kids all this technology. And then we put shit in the world that makes that technology dangerous. And exploitation. Exploitation of a child is a goddamn cottage industry in this country. Argue with your mom. Argue with your goddamn mama. Exploitation of a child in America is a goddamn cottage industry. You goddamn right we're going to exploit them. They here, ain't they? They breathing, right? You goddamn right we're going to exploit them. And we do this with full knowledge that we will never, ever be held accountable for it. Oh, sure, you get a onesie, a twosie, whatever. You're not going to go after the church. There's the other problem. Religion does not inspire you to be better here in America. Religion inspires you to obey. That's it. Obey. O-B-E-Y. Obey. That's it. It does not teach you to be like Christ. It teaches you to follow Skyfather or you're going to hell. It does not teach you to follow Muhammad. It teaches you that if you do not obey, Allah is sending your ass to hell. And yet we are one of the most religious countries on earth. But do we act like it? Do we? You had the former governor of South Carolina signing bombs in Israel that were going to be dropped on other human beings. Let me say that again so that y'all understand me. Nikki Haley, former UN ambassador, former governor of the state of South Carolina, was seen in Israel signing bombs to be dropped on other human beings. Morning, Rustin. And yet, Nikki Haley will go to church and call herself a Christian. That's how America operates. And they love it. Oh, they love it. America's two-facedness is so on display that other countries know we're doing it, and they don't try to stop us. You understand? If every other country was having a dinner party and America walked in, those other countries would be calling America a two-faced bastard. A two-faced bastard. Because we are. We are. Good morning, William. We are. We are a two-faced bastard. There was a story out of Arizona that literally inspired the show tonight. I did a stitch with Chasing Oz. A woman in Arizona went in to have a baby in a hospital. The ICE agents closed off the hospital, waiting for this woman to give birth. Minutes after she did and brought a baby into this world, they packed her up, shipped her off to a detention center so she could be deported. She was thank you, Sanaa. She was kidnapped. Dead ass. Kidnapped. Where's the baby? Still sitting in the maternity ward of that hospital in Arizona. But somehow we care about the life of the mother and the baby. Abortion is a bad thing. But orphaning a child after you deport their mother, that's Americana. That is the two-face. That right there is the two-face. That's the two-face. Say one thing, do something else. That is the two-faced nature. That's it right there. In a nutshell. That's why Donald Trump, with this muscular frame he's never had, with a goddamn red lightsaber, with two eagles behind him, and two whole ass American flags. That's why that picture, more than any other AI generated picture Donald Trump has ever posted anywhere. That's why it makes perfect sense. We are the evil empire, kids. We are. We are the evil empire. We are the trifling empire in the world. We are. That's why that picture makes so much goddamn sense. Because we are evil at our core. America is a petty, vindictive bitch. There is no way in hell, that you can possibly look at the actions of the United States from the founding until today and say this is a good nation. It's not. America is the evil goddamn empire. Do I hate saying that? Yeah, I do. I genuinely hate saying that. All right. Substack, let me close this out and I'll be right back. Remind me to turn this damn alarm off. Every day. Every single day. I do this. And every single day I forget to turn that stupid ass alarm off. You can't. There is no way in hell that you can look at the actions of our government from day one. I know, Cody. It's like, come on now. It's just been one bag of ass all day. There's no way in hell you can look at the actions of our government from the founding till today and say in any way, shape, form, or fashion this is a good country. It's not. It is not a good country. I don't want to say that because I've devoted my life to serving this country. Yeah, I'm going to shut it off as soon as I get off of here, Kimberly. I broke my body and my mind for this country. And for what? For what? What was the point? What was the point? So now that I've got y'all down, I'm going to try to bring y'all up. So while Substack restacks, I am going to take a coffee break, refresh my coffee, and we are going to jump right back into the second half of the Sound of Coffee. So whatever you're drinking, get a big old drink of it. Coffee, tea, it better not be bourbon. It's too early in the gosh damn morning unless your ass is Wolfie all the way over in Australia. So go ahead, refresh your coffee, get yourself a drink, and we will be right back. Oh yeah. So all right, kids. Let's go ahead and reset this show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is the Sound of Coffee on Ghost Claw Productions Radio. Here at Ghost Claw Productions Radio, we take the words diversity, equity, and inclusion very, very seriously. They are not just catchy, cool catchwords for our station. It is how we do business here. From the Sound of Coffee early in the morning to Conversations with T. Nathan every night, Ghost Claw Productions Radio is devoted to the idea of bringing you unique voices, unique shows with unique perspectives, things you will not be able to find on your mainstream media. Myself and my co-owner, Jeff Kennedy, are committed to that goal. Because here at what's going on, Lil Lou? What's happening? Here at GCPR, every voice matters. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. I am the brutalist. I am the better-looking person in that picture that your mom puts out in front because she wants everybody to know what she looked like. Yeah, you probably, Taz, you need to go and stop playing. Tell that man to make some coffee, man. Stop bullshitting around. Supposed to have that coffee. It sounded coffee. What you drinking? Hot water? What are we doing right now? I am that guy that your mom has in that picture. You know, the one of all of her friends. I'm in the back with the hot and sexy meat. You know what I mean? And your mom says, "Oh, that's just my friend Thomas." Yeah, I was almost your daddy. So, you know what I mean? Shit. Mom showed up at my house one night and she was like,
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
All the way around the way. This show is brought to you in part by California. skincare products that will make you look and feel your absolute best. And they're all natural. Wash your ass. Hey, Tommy, go wash your ass. Go to smoothca.online and check them out. This show is brought to you in part by oh ah 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 melanated excellence. A celebration of the melanation, but remember, you do not have to be melanated to be a part of the celebration. MelExcellence.com. This show is brought to you in part by Something Black Media. Oh, Something Black Media. The sweat off my black ass balls. It's in there, folks. Not my fault. Go to somethingblackmade.com. Check out the incredible clothing and merchandise that they have on their website. Remember, kids, leather jacket 2025, what leather jacket 2025, what leather jacket 2020 filth. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. First time ever, you all are getting some thirst traps from the villain. Tight ass jeans, work boots, covered in baby oil, wearing a leather jacket from Something Black Made. God damn it. Go to Something Black. God damn it, SC with the assless chaps. SC be killing me with these assless chaps, man. Like, what are you doing? Go to somethingblackmade.com and check them out. The Sound of Coffee Shop is open and it's running and it's piping hot over there. You can pick yourself up a one-of-a-kind original Mother F. Donald John Trump Club coffee mug to match your Mother F. Donald John Trump Club t-shirt. And yes, it comes in orange because I never did like that orange bastard. Go to The Sound of Coffee, all one word, shop.fourthwall.com and check it out. Now, back to the show. So we know how we got here. We know how we got here. We understand what we have done to get ourselves here. Executive producer wants to go outside. All right. SC just dropped into the YouTube chats. Breaking news, Texas elections on Saturday, especially on school boards, conservatives had a horrible defeat. That's what I am talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Good goddamn news, SC. So now we know how we got here. Let's talk about how we can fix this. America is, what, 200 something odd years old? Maybe? Yeah. Anyway. This is not something that is going to be fixed overnight. But it is something you can start fixing in the places that you are right now. For starters, I talked about 240. Thank you, Annabelle. America's 249 years old. Damn it, executive. dog in his old age. Anywho, first things first, we talked about an Article 5 of marginalized communities. Much like, and it's based on the Article 5 that the UN, I mean, not the UN, but NATO has. An attack on one is an attack on all. Now, I will continue until my very last breath to fight for that. But I cannot stress enough that it takes a willingness to literally put your thing down to fight for all things. We see with this past election that a lot of the people who voted against Vice President Harris. They voted against the Biden-Harris administration because of the stance on Palestine, but they did it stupidly. They did not look at it educationally. They simply looked at it stupidly and selfishly. We cannot have that happen again. I'm going to say it one more time. We cannot have that happen again. When I hear somebody say, well, both sides are the same, I realize right then and there's no saving you. None. There is absolutely no saving you whatsoever. Because do you want to know the one common denominator? The one common denominator that the Republicans, the Democrats, the both sides of the same people have in common. Do you want to know the one common denominator? Us. Us. You, me, us. The one common denominator is us. Do you know why you think both sides are the same? Because your bitch ass is not trying to distinguish the two and force at least one side not to be like the other one. It is us. We are the common goddamn denominator. Both sides look the same because our politicians are not afraid of us. I'm going to say that again because I don't think y'all truly understood. Both sides are the same because our politicians are no longer, if they've ever been, afraid of us. Who pays these people's bills? You can't have a $400,000 a year job without there being at least $400,000 in the coffers, correct? Where does that money come from? Take all the time you need, kids. Take all the time you need. Where does that money come from? Whose pockets does that come out of? Ours. It's our money that pays their salaries. And if our money pays their salaries, what does that make them? Our employees. Jeez Louise. They work for us. They don't work for foreign interests. They don't work for the oligarchs. They don't work for the lobbyists. They work for us. You can say whatever you want to about both sides are the same. Your vote isn't. Your vote isn't. Your vote is not. It's not the same. The decisions that you make before you walk into a voting booth are yours. They are your decisions. Really? Right now? Right while I'm working? Enough! Hey! Stop. The decisions you make before you walk into a voting booth are yours. If you want to know everything you want to know about a politician, whose job is it to learn? Yours. When they have these town halls, when they have this email address and these rallies and things of that nature, who is responsible for holding these people accountable? You. You. Our politicians are not afraid of us. The politician to lobbyist to politician pipeline is always open because of us. If you were more educated on that, we wouldn't be having this problem. If you were educated on that, we would not be having this problem. The politician to lobbyist to politician pipeline stays open 24/7, 365 because we do not say anything out loud about it. What do? Oh, we watch The Masked Singer. We can talk about the goings-on the Real Housewives of who in the actually gives a shit. We can do everything except the right thing, can't we? We can do everything except for the right thing, though, can't we? We don't take the opportunity to say out loud some shit we all can see and hear. We don't do that. We don't do that. Why would we? Why would we? Why exactly would we? What would be the point of it? What would be the actual point of doing that? To finally hold truth to power. Who and why? What would be the point? What would be the point? Why would we do that? I tell you, it's one of the reasons we fail every single time. We know more. I know, SC, this is starting to piss me off. If you're over on YouTube, I don't know what the hell is going on with YouTube today. But I'm gonna stop the stream on YouTube and I'm just gonna go to Substack.